All right, Shalom. It's Brother Malak coming back at you with this truth. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying Brakatay Yahweh, Brakatay Yahweh Shai, Brakatay Yahweh, Brakatay Yahweh Shai, Brakatay Yahweh, Brakatay Yahweh Shai, Call Loyam, La Abanawa Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Avakar Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who well. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect, the Bayath, Dawadah, the house of David. Now, as you can see here, I have pulled up on my screen artificial intelligence. So let's go into it. Matter of fact, let's play it.
Artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence, the theory and the development of computer systems able to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence, such as visual perception, speech recognition, decision making, and translation between languages. Okay. All right. So let's go down here. Go down here and read more in the Wikipedia. It says in computer science, artificial intelligence, sometimes called machine intelligence, is intelligently demonstrated by machines in a contrast to natural intelligence displayed by humans or animals. So let's go into the Wikipedia real quick. All right, because I have an article that I want to show you, brothers, pretty much of what these devils is really working on. This is all artificial intelligence, all behind the scenes. IBM and everything, all the creators of, this microchip, really, because that's what's the next thing in line. It says the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast, which is spoke about in Revelation, the 13th chapter. You jump down to the 16th verse. All right, it says in computer science, artificial intelligence, AI, sometimes called machine intelligence. Now, you see this in that movie, iRobot. All right, iRobot. Okay, and then there's many different other movies like Demolition Man. All right, and so on and so forth. There's so many movies with nothing but artificial intelligence in it. Okay, it says demonstrated by machines in contrast to the natural intelligence displayed by humans and animals. It says leading AI textbooks define the field as a study of intelligent agents, and it says any device that perceives its environment and takes actions that minimize its chance of successful achieving its goals. All right. Qualicquanity, the term artificial intelligence is often used to describe machines or computers that mimic cognitive functions that humans associate with the human mind, such as learning and problem solving. All right, it says as machines become increasingly compatible, tasks considered to require intelligence as often removed from the definition of AI or phenomenon known as AI effect. All right. It says, for instance, optical character recognition is frequently excluded from these considered to be having become a routine technology. Modern machine capabilities generally classified as AI include successful understanding human speech, competing at the highest level in strategic game systems such as chess and Go. All right. It says operating cars, intelligent routing, and content delivery networks, and military simulations. Artificial intelligence is founded as an academic display or discipline in 1955. It says, and in the years since, it's experienced several waves of optimism. It says, followed by the disappointment of the loss of the funding. All right, so pretty much, artificial technology has been around for a long time. There's nothing new under the sun, like the Most High says. Like the scriptures say in Ecclesiastes, the first chapter. It says nothing is new under the sun. The Most High just ramped up the technology, man. Okay? Well, you think our voices are heard throughout the World Wide Web. All right? What do you think the WWW means? World Wide Web. Meaning signals are sent out through what you call outer space, and then boom, signals are sent out, and they hit from every point to where they need to go. Okay? You see, so this thing is deeper than what people may think. They want to get this artificial intelligence up and running. See, you have a whole lot of information here, brothers. I don't want to read all, this information, but you can go into it and read it, if you want to yourself, you know. You go and read in more, but I just wanted to bring out certain amounts of it. But I have an article that I want to go into, basically talking about the real ID. Okay, the real ID, which is a part of this New World Order scheme, part of this New World Order plot that these devils, the international bankers, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers, so on and so forth, really the head chief, the Rothschilds, which is the red child, the red shield, okay, how basically want everybody to get a real ID. Pretty much all of this ties into what you call facial recognition, eye retina scans, fingerprint scans, all linked into a database. All right, all linked into a database full of your information. Henceforth, why the chip has a reader on it, which is a transponder, and it also has what you call a GPS tracking, which is a GPS tracking device. Simple and plain, because it tells your every move. All right, and that real ID ties into that. Okay, it all ties into that. You see, because it links up. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me see here. I got it. Let me see here. That's why Homeland Security pushed that real ID. They were pushing that. Okay, basically a database code. You see, so basically a biometric ID card. All right, with an RFID microchip is nothing but a computer microchip, an antenna coil, right, which is sealed up in a glass capsule, which is about the size of a grain of rice. All right, and then you got the transponder inside of it, which bings off from many different signals. All right, so if you go to scan it, boop, 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 bings off many different systems. It knows. All right, so it's basically like nothing but more than a mere tracker. Okay, which is a human GPS microchip tracking device, which holds on there your passports, your patient records, your voter registration, newborn, dead, police, soldiers, guns, gun owners. They know how you is, sales clearance. They know everything. Criminal history. All right, your background check, everything. Club membership. They know everything to a T. Okay, that's how perfect this thing is. They know everything. That's how perfect they want to make this thing. So they got you down to a T, and that's why they know when you go on like Google. Right, let's say you go on Google, all right, or you're looking for something, or you're shopping for something, you'll see that it pops up in, let's say you go on Facebook or something, and it pops up in Facebook what you was looking for, or it pops up on a website, whatever you was looking for. It's all artificial intelligence, right? That's basically all artificial intelligence. You see, and they have these in grocery stores. They have these in what you call airlines, man. Or airplane, airports. Okay, you go to an airport, you got facial recognition. As soon as you walk in, facial recognition, they know who you are. You're in a database. So cops need to look you up. They can all they see is your facial recognition. They know who you are. They know your fingerprint scanning. Goes back even further. When cops take your fingerprints, they know that all it goes into a database. All of it goes into a database, man. Okay? All this links up. That's why the RFID microchip is a very important thing that we push here at Great Millstone. Why? Because ultimately that's the end goal of these devils, is to chip everybody on the planet. Okay? So now let's go to the article. Let's go to the article. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Now this article is in The Hill right here. The name of the source is called The Hill TV. And this says technology. This was published on March 26, 2020. And it's the Real ID deadline delayed 1 year amid coronavirus pandemic. Why? Because they're setting up these 5G towers. This all goes into 5G. All right? Straight radiation to fry your brain, man. Okay, to straight fry your brain. You see animals, birds dropping dead out of the sky, man, with this 5G thing, man. This Internet of Things, right? Okay, so let's go down here. Let's read it. All right, then we'll go into Revelation, the 13th chapter, and I'm just going to end it there because that's basically this is basically the point. That's basically all I need to get is Revelation, the 13th chapter. Okay, and then I'll get then I'll get another. I think it's Revelation 3, pretty much. Pretty much they're gonna bring. Pretty much all these people are gonna go down to it. It's gonna be chipping centers, man. All right, it's gonna be chipping centers. It's starting off what you call voluntary. All right, like you can volunteer to take it, but sooner or later it's gonna be just straight mandatory. So where everybody's got to report down. It's mandatory. Cashless society. Cash is gonna be gone. You're not gonna be able to spend no more of that BS paper money that's in your pocket, man. They're gonna take all that away. Okay, they're gonna take all that away. All right. It says Americans will now have until October 1st, 2021 to get Real ID Act complaint identification needed to board commercial flights, enter federal buildings, or to gain access to American nuclear plants. President Trump recommended the delay earlier this week to ease crowding of Department of Motor Vehicle offices. Right? It says the federal state. This has been in the works for a very long time. It says the federal, state, and local response to the spread of the coronavirus, right, which is giving them time to put up these 5G towers, man. All right, giving them time to put up these 5G towers. It says have in the United States necessities a delay. All right. A delay in the deadline, acting as DHS Secretary Chad Wolf said in a statement Thursday, our state and local partners are working tirelessly with the administration to flatten the curve and therefore we want to remove any impediments to response and recovery efforts. The Democratic chairman and relevant House of Committees had sent a letter to the DHS, all right, last week asking for the implementation of the Real ID Act to be declined, citing the rapid spread of the coronavirus. Even without delays driven by the coronavirus, rollout of the new Real IDs have been slow. The last time the DH gave an update, it says only 95 million out of 227 million total drivers and ID cards might admit the Real ID standards. See? So these devils already know. They got to push off this agenda of getting this Real ID because it all ties in. It all ties in. All of it goes into the biometrics and the database system. All of this ties in, man. Okay? You take this chip and all they got to do is what? If you don't want to follow suit, they turn off your chip. Now, in the movie Demolition Man, I don't mean to, sometimes we bring movies up for an example, but the point of the movie Demolition Man is the people that were on top were the people that were chipped, right? And everything was artificial intelligence, okay? Everything was artificial intelligence. People didn't even use their brains, all right? There was computers, there was robots, there was everything, okay, in that movie. All right, and many different other movies that you watch as well. All right, and pretty much the point of it is the people that were down at the bottom down in the sewers, they were all the people that what you would call the resistance. All right, the resistors. Okay, pretty much they were against what you call the New World Order. It's set up out of the way of things. How these devils want this one world government, a Luciferian doctrine that they pushing off on everybody. Okay? See, the elites, the banking families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers, and so on and so forth, all run these many different upscale systems, which like you got the IMF, you got the you got all types of many different ways how they set up. Hold on, I can read off some for you. I got some, then we're going to get into the scriptures. But I'll read off some for you. Okay? You got the World Trade Organization. which is the WTO. You got the International Monetary Fund, which is the IMF, the Bank for International Settlements. You got the Council on Foreign Relations, the CFR, and that's how they run. That's how they run all of these things, man. Now that's just getting into different other topics, but the point of it is this is how they all run. And then you got NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement. You got CAFTA, Central American Free Trade Agreement. All right, all of these things, man. So now let's jump into the scriptures, and then we're just gonna end it there, brothers. Okay, but the point of it is that I showed you what this RFID chip is entailed to, and why they want to chip everybody and bring this place to a cashless society. It's called full control. Okay, it's called full dominance. The scriptures say in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, but the Most High controls the wicked on the left-hand side. Now, what did the Most High say? We're gonna read that. We're gonna read the scripture, right? Because the Most High is the control. The Most High is in control, but ultimately He's gonna take these devils down, right? So let's go here to Revelation. All right, let's go into my Bible here on here. Okay, let's go into Revelation, the 3rd chapter, and let's go into about the 10th verse. It's ultimately like the Most High did to Pharaoh. He set Pharaoh up just to show his power, to bring Pharaoh down. Now, who's the modern day Pharaoh? The so-called white man. The so-called white man is the modern day Pharaoh. Esau, Edom. Okay, so let's go here real quick. Let's go to Revelation. Let me move myself over. Revelation, the 3rd chapter, and the 10th verse, and it reads as this. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation." And what is the hour of temptation? The mark of the beast. That's the hour of temptation. All right, which shall come upon all the world. Right, all the world. Okay. To try them that dwell upon the earth. Right, so let's go to Revelation, the 13th chapter. Move me back over here again. Revelation, the 13th chapter. Let's just go right down to the point. Man, let's start at 15. Okay, it says that He had power to give life unto the image of the beast. All right, the image is what? You got homosexuality. There's all types of images that come with this beast. You got to follow it. You got homosexuality, you got democracy, you got bestiality, transgenderism, you got everything henceforth with this beast. You can run down a whole list. Okay, it says that the image of the beast should both speak, and the image is what? Something that you follow after. Okay, an image of somebody. Let's say like a Michael Jordan. You follow after his image. You walk after his footsteps. That's the image of this beast. You follow after the beast. The image of the beast. The things that the image of the beast produces. And what is the thing that the images of the beast produce? I just named it. Some of those things. But there's more. There's a lot more to it. All right? There's a lot more to it. It says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as I would worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? Concentration camps, FEMA camps. All right? FEMA camps. And that's what they got lined up for people. All right? It says, and He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, karagma, right? An incision into your skin. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. The mark is the RFID microchip. Okay, the mark of the beast. The NFC microchip, which is the near field communications, which they have overseas. This thing is a one world. These devils want to put together a one world government where they control everything overseas, here in America, which is nothing. America is nothing but more than what you call a goddamn corporation, man. Okay, it's a corporation. You got usury involved in this corporation. You got everything. It says of the name of the beast or the number of his name. It says, here is wisdom. Let him that haveth the understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man. Right? And his number is 603 right? 666, 666. You see? So these devils, the Most High is really setting these devils up to really take them down. That's what the Most High is really doing. He's really setting them up to show his power to take them down. But you know, with that, brothers, right there, I'm going to end it. I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Arakal Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and well, peace and blessings and citation to the hopeful elect, the Bayat, Dawadah, the House of David. Shalom, brothers. Stay strong, abide, but ball.